Put your hands together for Zoltan! Thank you everybody. Thank you for that gay club music. That is amazing. That is great. Well, that guy's having chicken piccata or something. Yeah, just hit that. That's perfect. How's it going, everybody? Yeah. How about it, man? One more time for your host, Mr. Dan Bublitz. Working hard for you. I like Dan Bublitz. He's a good dude. I like him because he's the only guy I know that like he looks like his last name. You know what I mean? Like if you had to picture a Bublitz, you're like, I think that might be it. I think that's what a Bublitz might be. I want to put him on my lawn or something. Oh, you got the new Bublitz, I see. Yeah. This is great. San Diego Comedy Festival, giving away some money. Huh? The winner gets $2,000. Second place gets $1,000. Third place gets $500. $3,500. I'm looking around. I don't think they got it. I don't think this. This place doesn't make $3,500 in a month. Are you serious? Here you go, you won. Just hold this check until next year's festival. Try it. Can you do that? This is fun. Still gonna fight for it, though. I didn't do too much to get ready. I just read news on Yahoo, because that's what I do. Just get my news on Yahoo. I like reading about that guy Kim Jong-un. That guy Kim Jong-un, he's the dictator of North Korea. We're supposed to be scared of that guy because he's evil. He's evil. We should be scared of him. But it's hard because he's fucking adorable. Have you seen that guy? He's chubby and Asian. Are you shitting me? That's adorable. Chubby and with a crew cut? He's chubby and Asian with a crew cut? Are you shitting me? That's adorable. Wearing military clothes like he got into Daddy's closet playing dress up? Are you shitting me? With his chubby cheeks, I just want to grab his cheeks like, are you a dictator? That's adorable. You're a big bad dictator. Oh. It's hard to be afraid. It is. But you should fear the man, because he's evil. He is. He just killed his own uncle. He just publicly executed his own uncle because he thought his uncle was trying to cause an uprising and take over. That's insane. That's crazy. To anybody that doesn't remember The Lion King. That's what that whole movie was about. And you know, he saw it. He's a 90s kid. He loved the 90s. He just had Dennis Rodman over for brunch or something. Like, you know, he saw it. You know, he watched The Lion King. You know, he related to it. He's like, oh, I'm Simba. You know, he thought he was Simba. I'm sure when he was born, they held him out there like, one day this will all be yours. He's like, oh, yeah. Except they said it in Korean or something. So like, you know, ching, chang, chang, you know, Gangnam Style, something. Like they put it, this will all be yours. They put the jam on his forehead and it was official. Then he grows up, he's like, my dad's awesome. Then his dad dies, he's like, I'm next. That's when he sees his uncle over there. Oh God, he's like, oh shit, Scar. I gotta snuff that guy out. Otherwise I'm gonna have to hang out with like a warthog and a prairie dog. AKA the South Koreans. Alright? What's that? Fun! I own a cat. I don't know if that's obvious. I adopted my cat. I think that's important to go adopt animals. If you want to get an animal, go adopt it. They're out there. They're cheaper. Go do it. But if you do it, don't forget who the hero is, you know? Don't forget to take some credit for yourself, you know? Don't forget who the hero is. Because I've been seeing these bumper stickers, I don't know if you've seen them, they're in the shape of a paw print. And on the inside they say, "Who rescued who?" Who rescued who? As if to imply the animal rescued me. Every time I see that, I want to run them off the road. I don't want to hurt them, I don't want to kill them, I just want to stop and go, "You did. You rescued that animal." Because that's the only way that works. That's the only way that can happen. You rescued that animal. The only way that could work the other way is if you were on death row. Just sitting there waiting to die. Just sitting there, just like... And then one day out of the blue, a little cat came down and saw you and went, "Wow." Wow, yeah. You gonna take the brown or the brown? It's the only way that can work. It's the only way that can happen. I don't have a lot of money. I don't know if that's obvious. I got a girlfriend, though. She doesn't have any money either, so that's good. We mesh on that. But my girlfriend has an aunt that's a millionaire. She's a multi-millionaire. I don't know how many millions, but plural. Lots of them. She just bought a mansion in La Jolla. A mansion out there, yeah, I know. That she's not even going to live in for 5 to 10 years. Because she has this mansion in Palm Springs that she lives in. She just bought this mansion for later. Just for another time. Not now, just later. That's hard to relate to. I have to have dinner with this woman a handful of times a year. I have to relate to her. That's hard to relate to, someone that just buys mansions for later. That's hard. I can kind of relate to it a little bit, because sometimes I go to Subway, and I get a foot-long sandwich, and I eat half right, and I save the other half for later. For another time. Tough to beat. Love my lady. She just recently suckered me into watching that movie, The Notebook, which was upsetting. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's a beautiful movie, it is. It's just not real life, you know. That's not how real life is. It's a beautiful story about a beautiful man and a beautiful woman having a beautiful relationship that would never happen in real life ever. It's completely made up, and it sucks because women watch this movie and they go, "Oh my God, he's so sweet and handsome and nice." And then you turn and you look at your piece of shit boyfriend and you're like, "Why aren't you more like this guy that's never existed in the history of ever? Why aren't you like that? Because that guy's not real. That story is not real." Like, remember that they did a rowboat scene, went out in a rowboat, beautiful date, she's dressed to the nines, it starts to rain, and she goes, "Oh no, rain." And then she starts laughing like a maniac, just and then made sweet love on the beach. And I was looking at that situation, looking at my girlfriend, going, "That is not how that would go down." If that was my lady, I took her out on a rowboat date, she's dressed to the nines, it starts to rain, she'd be like, oh, fuck you, are you serious? Are you serious right now? You idiot! Just cuss, and I'd be yelling back at her, go, "Oh yeah, you say I'm boring, you say I'm not adventurous, well this is adventure. Now grab an oar, you soggy bitch, we gotta get back to shore." Hey guys, it's my time, my name is Zoltan Kaszas. Zoltan, ladies and gentlemen!
So nice to be here. This is great. This isn't my first time in Tucson, but it's my first time playing in a haunted house. So that's pretty exciting. That's where my career's at right now. You know, last night I played in a basement in downtown Phoenix, a desert area that shouldn't have a basement. And they had a basement that we went to through an alley, and tonight we're in a haunted house. This is great. By the way, big fan. I love it. This is exactly why, like, I like hipsters. This is what they do. You know? Like, most people would look at this and be like, tear it down. Tear it down. We're going to make a sharp-angled condo out of this. And not hipsters. Hipsters are like, we can turn this into a hotel. And a music venue. And a bar. And another bar. And a coffee shop. And a bar. More bars. What if you can drink everywhere? And I love it, because everyone who works here is an authentic hipster. They're not the fake ones who just got the ears for no reason. You know, they weren't trying to fit in. They got them. They're real hipsters. Like, they're polite and not polite, all at the same time. That's a real hipster. Real hipsters have customer service and bad customer service in the same sentence. That's how it is. We checked in, they smiled through a mask. I could tell because the crinkles in the eyes. That's how you can tell when someone smiles with the mask on. And they're like, welcome. And here's the rules. And then, but polite, but rules. And then I'm like, I have a question, and he was gone. So it was like a mixture of welcome and unwelcome. And I like that. That's probably how this place was in the 30s. You know? I think it was nice when John Dillinger showed up here. I called him Don Dillinger because I had one cocktail. That's where I'm at. I'm a lightweight. Not eating any bread, so all it takes is one cocktail. You ever not eat bread for a day, and then you're like, oh, I get drunk from sniffing a drink. You need that bread, just so good. But yeah, it's nice we're staying at the hotel, my fiance and I, and we didn't know anything about it, other than it's a cool-looking old classic building. And while we're in the room, it's just a tiny room with a bed and a little desk. It looks like someplace like Bukowski got drunk and wrote, you know? That's what it looks like up there. And I'm like, ooh, this is artsy. And then we sat down and then quickly found out there's no plugs. There's no... Do you need to charge anything? Well, then you don't. All right? I'm telling you, you don't. There's no plugs. And then she's like Googling the hotel. She's like, this place is cool. And she's like, oh, it says this is one of the most haunted places in the entire country. And I'm like, huh? And I go, how haunted? And she's like, well, there's like a Wikipedia page for like each room, pretty much. And she starts going down the room numbers, going, yeah, you'll wake up with a lady on your bed on that one. This one will lock you in the bathroom. And she's like, I'm waiting for our room number. That's all I'm waiting for. And I'm like, because there's no, you know what's worse than being in a haunted house? Is being in a haunted room. Because where do you go? You know? Like, there's no like, oh, maybe that's just a shadow. There are no shadows. You're in a small, everything's here, you know? You just gotta run out of there. That's terrifying. And there's no TV. That's usually my defense. I've stayed in places that I assumed was haunted. I stayed at a hotel in Aiken, South Carolina. And I walked in, it looked old, and I asked the lady behind the counter, she's a very nice southern lady. And I was like, when was this place built? She's like, it was built in 1898. And I was like, wow, that's pretty old. I'm like, is it haunted? She's like, well. And I'm like, I'm looking for a hard no right now, man. I'm looking for a stern, you're fine. And she gave me a very loose, well. So that night, I spent the entire night with SportsCenter on the TV, because in my mind, that will keep the ghosts away. In my mind, the ghosts will come by like, oh, he's still watching sports highlights. We'll have to catch him later. There's no TV up there. They're gonna know. Yeah? They're gonna know. We're just ready to be terrified. I wonder, it must be fun being a ghost. You know, because it's not always just scaring people. You just get to watch people when they think they're not being watched. You know, you ever have one of those moments where you got the house to yourself, you're just naked, dancing in front of a mirror, and then your significant other walks in, and you're like, what? I thought Tuesdays were my day, you know, like, that's what ghosts get to see all the time without the interruption. Just like, wow, that's where you're taking this, okay. Like, before I came down, my fiance was helping me put Vaseline on my tape, because Well, because I worked out this morning. We ran on the treadmill and we had breakfast afterwards, so all my sweat dried while I was sitting and I got a little rash in the taint. And then I'm like, how am I supposed to do this show? These people are expecting me to be all suave and I got a rashy taint. So there I am, just doing like a yoga pose in the bed. She's just putting a little bit of Vaseline on my taint, and I'm like, John Dillinger's in the corner right now. This is why I won't leave. This is why I stay. Like I'm gonna go to boring ass heaven or hell, and I'm staying right here. Watch a grown man lube up his taint. It's the dry air. Alright? It's the dry air. You need a little.
And the food's here.
Woo!
One more time for everyone you've seen. Jesse Eden, Johnny LaCrosto, Bob Hansen. That's who that man is. That man that was in front of you kicking, that's what he does in the back. He's a lunatic. You know what he told me right before he came out? He goes, have a good time, 9/11. And then he just left. That was the last words I heard. 9/11. And then I got hey! It's one of my favorite human beings, man. It's so good to be out here. I love coming to Irvine. You and your big dumb mall. I love it. Big dumb mall. Everywhere else, the malls are going out of business. Here, it's thriving. Because you guys all make six figures. You guys all just bring your everyone in here. Look at all of you. Everyone. Good posture, good teeth, good bones. Health insurance. I see it on all of you. Solid posture. You guys look like if Instagram filter had sex with the TikTok filter. That is the people of Irvine. You guys look like you're all conceived in a Tesla. That's who you guys are. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed of making six figures. That is great. Keeps the riffraff out. Yeah? This mall is intimidating to come into. It's the only mall I know with a valet. By the way, I love the people that aren't laughing right now. They're like, what is the matter with valet? At the shopping mall, what am I supposed to do? Park on the 5th floor of a parking structure? And take a picture of the floor and aisle that I parked on, and then save enough battery so I can get back to my vehicle? Or am I gonna get a valet? I'm not picking on you, but it's good to be here, man. It's nice. I love it, man. It's a good vibe up here. We're living life. We're doing it. Doesn't it feel like it's almost over? Doesn't it? It feels like life, the world. I mean, it's close, doesn't it? Global warming, there's a drought, there's still a virus lingering around. Earth feels like a restaurant that's trying to close and humanity's that last table in the corner that just isn't getting the hint. Why is everyone vacuuming? Why are the house lights on? I think it might be over. COVID's still around, but we don't care, which is great, and I'm all for it. I think COVID was like America's stepdad. I think that's what it was. I don't know what your family life was, but I had a couple stepdads growing up. COVID reminded me of the stepdad. He comes in, makes a bunch of rules that weren't there before. He doesn't want to see your face. If he has to, he wants it to be 6 feet away. So he prefers it, you know? But now COVID is like that stepdad that's slowly breaking up with your mom. Where you're like, he's still around, but you know you don't have to listen to him, you know? Mom's already on Tinder. You got nothing on her now. So it's good, man. I love it. I love being here. I'm 35 years old. That's what I am. Yeah, I'm 35, and I just realized it's been me all along. That's what I've learned. I think that's what you learn at 35. In your 20s, you don't know what's going on, and then when I hit 30, I'm like, I gotta cut some of these toxic people out of my life. And then I hit 35, and I was like, oh, it was me? It was me the entire time? Damn it! I thought it was David. I haven't talked to David in 5 years. And I learned it was me. That's a bummer to find out it was you, man. That's what it's like. I go to therapy. That's what I do. I go to therapy. The journey of self-discovery. You know what? You never self-discover anything good. No one's ever gone to therapy and then they came home, they're like, I'm great at math. I think I'm gonna go be an engineer now. I had no idea, but all those numbers in my head, I invented something. I was trying to think of something, and nothing came up. That's what that pause was. But yeah, I started going to therapy when I made the realization that this is what I'm doing right now. This is how I feel comfortable sharing my thoughts and feelings. This is how I prefer to do it. I prefer to be elevated and illuminated and amplified. And I like it to be frowned upon for you to interrupt me. That's what I learned. And once I learned that, I'm like, I gotta run this by somebody. Because that can't be healthy, right? That sounds like the makings of a narcissist. So I started going to therapy, you know. I like going to therapy. It's weird. Like, I don't have health insurance, but I go see a brain doctor. You know, my mind's taking care of my body. I just got an Apple Watch. That's what I got. It has a heart rate monitor, and I click on that, I'm like, yeah, we're still kicking. Alright. We're doing just fine, you know? But I go to therapy, and I try to mix in some medical questions during therapy. Because she's the closest I have to a physician, you know? I know she's not an official doctor, but she might have met one in college. So I just try to mix in some medical questions, like, sometimes when I urinate, my left testicle hurts, and she's like, how do you feel about that? Insecure, I think that's how I'd label that feeling. Self-conscious? I don't know. I always think I have some other thing that I don't actually have. Like, I asked her if I have schizophrenia, and she's like, I don't think so. She's like, why do you think you have schizophrenia? And I'm like, sometimes there's a voice in my head. And she's like, oh yeah? Who is it? And I'm like, it's me. She's like, that's perfectly fine. What do you guys talk about? Jokes, mainly. Mainly just running bits. And she's like, it's perfectly fine. And it made me wonder, I wonder if there's like a positive schizophrenia. You ever wondered that? You only hear about the negative schizophrenia. What if there was a positive schizophrenia? How great would that be? You're just walking down the street and a voice you don't recognize is like, hey, you're doing great. Hey, I'm not getting medication for that one. Or hold on to that one. Who couldn't use that little pep talk every once in a while? I like it. I like going to therapy. We talk about all sorts of things. We talk about depression. I think there's different levels of depression. I have what I like to call a healthy level of depression. You know, just enough to keep me humble and likable. You know, just a regular guy. You ever meet someone who could use a little depression? You know what I mean? Those obnoxiously positive people. Like, every day's an opportunity. And you're like, he could use a dash. You could use a pinch of depression. You could use a little dry rub of depression, you know. Nothing major. You could use a parking ticket on a rainy day. Just something to bring them down. I have a healthy level of depression. Like, I would never kill myself, but I would like to die naturally soon. I think that's just being human. Like, I would never do it, but can we pick a day? Tell me where to be, you know? I feel like some of you get it, some of you don't. Like, I get it, Irvine's a happy place. You're like, what? Here's another example. Like, if I'm on a plane and it's going down, I'll scream, but I'm not going to be the loudest. You know what I mean? I'll scream loud enough so no one around me gets suspicious. Without the reason it's going down. I'm not going to be dramatic about it. I'll give it a healthy, We're all taking it down. That's where it's at, man. Working on it, working on being better. I don't know. I was just always taught to keep my thoughts and feelings inside. That's what I'm trying to work on now, just to share my thoughts and feelings off stage. For some reason, up here, I'll tell you about my life. You know where I'm uncomfortable? Everywhere else. Like if I'm walking down the aisle of a grocery store and someone walks at me and we have to do this thing for half a second, I'd rather be lit on fire, alright? I'd rather do this than have to do that ever. It's just uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm trying to get comfortable sharing my feelings off stage. Because I was raised that your thoughts and feelings are meant to be kept in your heart. Don't let them out. Because what happens if you let them out? Next thing you know, you're storming the Capitol. That was someone's in here idea. And it slipped out. And before he could catch it, there's already a guy dressed like a yak next to him. I think we gotta go through with it now. That was someone's in here idea. That was my favorite guy at the Capitol riot. I don't know if your guys' favorites were. My favorite was the guy who dressed up like a water buffalo. I just imagine him showing up to the rally and just looking around and going, I misread that email. All right. Change now, everyone's already seen me in it. Take the head off and have fuzzy pants on, that'd be ridiculous. I gotta ride this day out. You guys are good, man. Learned so much about myself. Found out I'm hyper aware. I didn't know what that was. You know, I found out I have anxiety too. I didn't know I had anxiety. I thought I was just a good person. You ever confuse good person with anxious? That's what I found out. I thought I was a good person. No, anxiety. I found that out of therapy because she asked me, she's like, what goes on in your head in like a social situation? I was like, all right, like if I'm on a plane and we've landed and it's deboarding, I count the rows. And in my head, I'm like, all right, when that lady gets up, I'm going to spring up, get that bag, then I'm going to get this bag. Don't forget the camera's under there. And at that point, my fiance Emma goes, is everything okay? Are you all right? And I'm like, shut up. Are you ready? You need to be ready. She's like, what's wrong right now? I'm like, it's our turn, let's go, we gotta go. She's like, I don't want to take half an extra second getting my bag down. She's like, maybe someone behind me is gonna punch me in the back of the head. Because that's who I am. If you're in front of me on a plane and we're getting off and you're like, is my bag over there or over there? I'm like, we get to kill him, right? Like, we get to end him right here. But I found out that's not being a good person. I thought I was being polite, but it just turns out that someone yelled at me when I was 4 when they should have hugged me. And somehow 30 years later that manifested into, we gotta go! And that's what you break down. Hyper-aware, too. I learned that. Hyper-aware. It means I'm always aware of what's going on. You know, like I saw you yawning a couple minutes ago. I didn't want to say anything because I was in the middle of something else, but my brain noticed it. I'm like, all right, you're boring. Step it up, Zoltan. being 5 hours. No, it's okay. I'm sure everyone has a reason. You're not wrong for yawning. I'm wrong for noticing. There's a room full of people laughing. I'm like, she yawned. You gotta step it up. You're failing your crowd right now. You gotta step it up a notch. It's not your fault. But yeah, I'm hyper aware. And I'm trying to be more open about it. I'm trying to fill my fiance in on what goes on in my head in a given situation. Like, I remember we were on a walk in our neighborhood, and we were about to cross the street diagonally. And then I looked, and there's a woman walking her dog on the same side, and I did the geometry of our movements. And I'm like, by the time we get across the street, we're just going to be next to her. While she's walking her dog, we're just going to be awkwardly next to her. So in the middle of the street, I called an audible. I'm like, we're going that way. And as we were walking that way, I realized we're headed straight towards the front of a cafe where there's two dudes sitting just having lunch. And I'm like, I looked at that, I'm like, we're just going to end up right in front of them. Like, what happens? We're going to be right there. What if they look up? I got to say something. And I'm just going to look at them and go, the weather. And Emma saw my eyes darting around, probably saw numbers flowing out of my ears. And she's like, what's going on right now? And like an idiot, I told her. And she goes, oh my God, you're a lunatic. And you don't think of these things? And she's like, never. Dang. So yeah, I'm working on it though, you know? Into therapy. If you guys have never been to therapy, when you first go, the first thing they tell you is, hey, whatever you say in this room stays in this room. And I remember hearing that going, not if I was the therapist. Like, how do you listen to all that juicy gossip and go home to your family and go, client privilege. How do you do that? You listen to all that's better than 90 Day Fiancé. I'll let a little of that out, you know? Like, my therapist knows I'm a comedian. I have a bunch of videos online. She's never had a bottle of wine at home with her husband, pulled up one of my videos and like, hey, you want to know the backstory to this joke? Huh? A little director's cut to this little thing. You know? I wouldn't even blame her if she did. I think it's the right thing to do. It's called being human.
Clap it up for Zoltan, you guys. Clap it up for Zoltan.
Hey, thank you. Yep. Woo! You can turn off that hip hop. All right. They picked that for me. They're like, Zoltan's coming up. We better put on some jams, you know? Because that's who I am. All right, or not. Everyone got quiet. This is good. This feels very weird. This feels like I'm doing a show for spirits. I just see candles. I hear laughter, but I don't see any faces. This sounds like a nightmare that I've had once. This whole year has been. I mean, I'm doing a show at the park. I mean, if someone would have came up to me in January and they said in 9 months you're gonna do a show at the park, I'd be like, why? What happened? Like, what? Did I get Me Too'd? What the hell happened? Why am I no longer allowed indoors? And they're like, oh no, don't worry, it's gonna be the end of the world. Definitely feels like it, man. There's protests, there's riots, there's violence, there's viruses, there's hurricanes. God is trying to ruin his Sim City. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else is like this. This made me feel old. I don't like that we did this at the bottom of the hill. This is such an awful walk back to my car. Like, my back's hurting just from standing there because I'm at a tilt. I'm at an age now where I gotta be on, level it out, you know? Or don't invite me. If your stuff's on a slant, I'm not going. This is how I have to stand while I'm over there trying to do my draft. That's when I got here. I'm doing my fantasy football draft. It's late round, so when it comes up, we're gonna do a consensus pick. 'Cause I don't know who these guys are. Just watching fake sports with no audience. That's fun, isn't it? Anyone doing that? Watching the fake sports with no crowd? Yeah, I just feel like I was watching basketball. It felt like I was on the sidelines at the Y, just waiting to get tapped into a pickup game. It's like, oh, they're gonna get me soon. Harden's fat. He can't play the whole game. Yeah, you gotta know sports to get that one. It's been horrible. Yeah, I haven't been into it. I didn't like it, and I still don't. The only thing I've been doing is just buying stuff on Amazon. When a new package drops off at my doorstep, I'm happy for 10 seconds. That's it. I'm sad all day, and then they drop something off, and I'm like, something, something, something. And I'm buying stuff I don't need. Like I bought a French press. That's what I bought during the pandemic. I bought a French press. And I only bought it because I needed making coffee to take up more of my day. I used to have a Keurig, and Keurig was for the life we used to have when I was on the go. I had flights to catch, and I needed just to drop in a thing and go. I gotta go. There's an Uber waiting. I need the coffee. But now I'm like, I Googled what's the longest way to make coffee. And there was a picture of this archaic machine called the French press. And I'm like, sold, give me that. And that's perfect. I gotta boil water now. I had to buy a kettle. I didn't have a kettle. Who has a kettle? This isn't England. I don't have a queen. I had to buy a kettle, then I gotta boil water, and then I put the dirt in the cup. And then it takes like 20 minutes to make coffee, and that's great. And then I only have 23 hours and a half left to cry until the next day that I need coffee. I also bought a projector. That was the other dumb purchase I made. I bought a projector only because I had taken a little edible, and I was watching TV in my living room. And I was like, yeah, but what if I want to watch TV on that wall? Or on that wall? Or the ceiling? I need a projector. And then I got one. Still haven't plugged it in, but it's there. I've been focusing on things that didn't matter. Like I got an ad on Instagram that told me I was slouching too much, which they're watching me too strong to notice that. Like, it's one thing to hear my voice and go, I want a couch, and then you flood me with couch ads. But to know that I'm slouching, that's terrifying. And I do slouch. I didn't notice till they set the ad, and I'm like, oh, I looked in the mirror, and there I was, just doing this. And I'm like, how do they know? Damn it. And they were selling some dumb rubber bands that you tie around your shoulders so you can walk around like someone you hate, you know? You know, I didn't buy the rubber bands, but I tried to not just slouch. You know, I was like trying to be conscious of it. I'm like, shoulders back, tits up, you know, trying to be good. And you know what I found out? This hurts. Like, this hurts my back. Not slouching hurts right in the middle of my spine. You know what feels good? Right there. That feels amazing. I've never complained. Right here? Ugh. You know what I figured out? The dude in the middle of the evolutionary chart, that guy had it dead on. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not talking about the guy all the way off to the left walking on all fours, but that guy in the middle, that's a good guy. You know, the guy at the end just walking upright, that guy will have sex with your girlfriend and not even think twice about it. He works at a CrossFit gym and he doesn't care about you. It's Trevor's time to shine, always. That's not a good guy. That guy in the middle with the shoulders rolled forward, that's a good guy, all right? He'll never one-up your stories, you know, he'll always listen. He'll pick you up at the airport. That's a solid individual. So if you slouch, don't feel bad about it. It just means you're a good human. And if you have a straight back, well, congrats on all the sexing you're having. Because that's solid work right there. It's been weird. I haven't enjoyed any of this. I like the people that are like, I like it. This has been, no you don't. Shut up. Stop faking it. Just be honest. It sucks. It sucks, but it's not good enough to complain about later, you know? Like, I know when I'm a grandparent, one of my grandkids are gonna ask me, like, hey, what was the pandemic like? And I'm like, it was you know, we couldn't go outside sometimes, and then we had to wear a mask, and that's how I found out I was deaf. I didn't know I had been reading lips for 33 years of my life until I was forced to wear a mask at a grocery store, and I was yelling through it because I couldn't see the lips of the cashier. I accidentally donated to some kids in a country I've never heard of, and I was trying to say no, but she didn't hear that, and I didn't hear her say her piece. It's been bad, you know? Fought with your grandmother. Why? Because she was just around a lot. She had nowhere to go. I had nowhere to go. And I'm like, well, we're here. Let's do it, you know? That's what it was. What was the worst part? I downloaded TikTok. That was probably the worst part. trying to make a video. Damn, those kids are creative. I got nothing. I have so many discarded videos on my TikTok app where I go, this is stupid. So many of those. Maybe that would be a hashtag one day. Look at this person coming in with a whole light. All right. I love it. Did people always hang out at the park like this? I don't think so, right? This has brought parks back. Like, somewhere there's just like a park ranger so happy right now. They're like, I knew the parks would come back around. This is why I went to 8 years of community college. This badge is real. I wish Mom was alive to see me now. Parks are back, baby. Once things open up, we'll never come outside again. We'll be so happy, like, come back indoors. And you know it's gonna shut down. I know we kind of opened up again, but we already know. They already did it. They opened up. Why? Because we yelled. Remember the first time? They're like, we were just like, we want haircuts. And they're like, all right, go try. And then we went, and then the number spiked up, and they're like, see, you can't. And we're like, damn it. No one knows what to do. The reopening phase is like dealing with like a significant other you got into an argument with. That's how we've been dealing with the reopening phase. You know, when you get in an argument with a significant other, you like go in separate rooms for a couple hours. Then after a couple hours, you come up to the door and you're like, is this okay? And then you walk in slowly and sit down next to her. Is this okay? And then you go to touch her. She's like, don't touch me. You're like, all right, that was where the line was. And I found it. I'm such an idiot, man. I was so optimistic. And that's the worst thing you can be in today's world is optimistic. You will get disappointed every day. Don't wipe the tears away. Keep them running. You're going to need them. Because something else is coming. Just wait. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but that's what I learned. I actually thought this pandemic was going to bring us all together. Because there's a famous quote that says, to bring people together, you need to have a common enemy. And then the virus came around, I'm like, perfect, there's a virus. And then we were together for like 3 days. Remember that? We had like 3 sweet days in March when we were all on the same page. Remember that? All those, like, everyone's like, we're in this together. And celebrities had their phones like, we're in this together. And we're like, yeah, you're in a mansion, but okay. Yeah. We're in this together. We were together for like 3 days. And then the 4th day, someone's like, that virus is a Democrat. And it was over. So we actually made the virus political. We're so awful. And that scares me, because that means we're never going to band together. Like, if the aliens ever do attack, we're not going to band together to fight the aliens. We're just going to be like, oh, let's see how they vote in November. You guys might be on the right side. Figure it out. The world's changed so much just in my lifetime, you know? 33, which to some of you is a million. Okay, maybe not. Maybe there are more people closer to my age. Okay, one guy. Everyone else is pretending to be an actor in Hollywood. Don't let your age out. We can tell. Man, so much has changed in just my life. Like now we have, there's more genders now. We have extra genders, which is cool. I'm a fan of that, by the way, just in case anyone's trying to end my career. I'm a fan of the extra genders. Big fan. Love the extra genders. But I grew up in a time when there was only 2 genders, and now there's more, and I'm all for them. Hell yeah. Support all the extra genders. But there's some people that are against the extra genders, and even though I don't agree with them, I see where they're coming from. Because I went to 12 years of public school, and I was taught that Pluto was a planet. And then a year after I graduated, they're like, Pluto's no longer a planet. And I'm like, too late. You spent 12 years telling me it was. That's a planet forever. And then a few years after that, they came out on the news and like, hey, Pluto's a planet again. And I'm like, that's what I thought. I knew you'd come back around. So I feel like that's what those dudes that are against the extra genders are like, it's coming back around, you just wait. I don't think it is, but you know, you can be mad about something that doesn't matter. I think the problem is I'm a straight man. That's what I am. They call that a cis male. And yeah, it sounds gross, doesn't it? That's my only issue with the extra genders is we got a gross name. Everyone else has a cool name. Like, everyone else is like just transgendered. Like, oh, you're a superhero? That sounds amazing. I'm pansexual. What? You're a master of the culinary arts? That sounds great. I'm non-binary. You're not even from this planet? Wow! And you're like, what am I? I'm a cis male. Like, ugh, how long do you have to live? Well, I'm white, so about 6 more months, and then they're gonna off us all. Oh boy, it's fun. I don't know if you guys are on the internet reading the comments, but yeah, this virus needs to be a whole lot stronger. Does anyone else get that feeling? Like, I want to go back to my boxing class as much as everybody else, but I'm reading those comments and I'm like, ooh, you need to up that. Like, we should stop being mad at people that don't want to wear masks, but we should make them, like, lick a handrail. Like, that's cool. You don't have to wear that. Give me your face right here. All right, we just need to speed this up. Look at that. Moon is beautiful. Look at that. Ah, it's gorgeous. Before this, I never saw the moon. I never said those words in my entire life. What I just said right there? Never once have I just been, when things were normal and I was allowed to get a burrito at 1 a.m., I never just turned and went, wow, the moon is gorgeous today. But when you take everything away, I'm like, man, that thing's beautiful. Look at all those craters. Can you believe it? We went up there. Can you believe that? We went all the way up there. What a stupid thing to do. We went up there in the 60s. What magic have we grown to learn from going on the moon? Nothing. Just every other person's uncle going, we never landed on it. That's all we got out of it. Nothing serious. But it's been good. The best part of this pandemic for me is I got to do it with a girlfriend. If someone's doing this single, I don't know how you're doing it. You must be making a lot of tie-dye t-shirts. I don't know how you're pulling it off. How much banana bread are you baking to get through this single? My girlfriend and I, we've been seeing each other since last October. I don't know how many months that is, but we're coming up on a year. And it's good. It's good. We still like each other. We now know each other, you know? And if you would have talked to me in like the first couple months, I would have been like, we like each other, but we don't really know each other yet. Because, you know, no one's honest in the beginning. Everyone's just showing their best parts in the beginning, you know? No one has road rage in the first 2 months of dating somebody. You ever have that? You're dating someone new and you're in the car, someone cuts you off, and you're like, whoa, wow, all right. I guess that's how some people drive. I see it. You want to follow him? I'm going to follow him. No one's their true self in the beginning. It slowly starts to come out. The first month or so of a relationship is like watching like a movie trailer, you know? You can watch a movie trailer to any movie, and you're like, this movie looks awesome. We got to see this movie. Then a few months later, you watch the actual movie, and you're like, oh, they left some parts out. Some key points that were not mentioned. It's nice. I like it. When we first started dating, the only thing I didn't like about her is she called me an alcoholic, which I didn't appreciate. The first time she said it, I thought she was joking. Quite honestly. She was like, you're an alcoholic. And I'm like, you know. I thought she was just saying I was a good time, man. Like, you're an alcoholic. And I'm like, But then she kept saying it. She's like, you're an alcoholic. And I'm like, oh, all right, yeah. And she's like, you're an alcoholic. And I'm like, all right, this isn't funny anymore. And she's like, oh, I was never joking. And I was like, oh. I was like, why would you call me an alcoholic? And this was months ago. This was last year. And she's like, well, I was like, why would you call me an alcoholic? And she's like, let me ask you, how often do you drink? And I go, every night. And she goes, see? And I'm like, see what? I drink every night because I do this every night. I used to do it indoors, you know? This is part of the job. This is what I do. So I'm like, well, let's ask Google. So I pulled out Google, I put in MI, and Google was like, an alcoholic? I was like, all right, we're off to a rough start. It's not a good start. But I did find something on Google that said, as a grown man, you're allowed to have 14 drinks per week, so 2 drinks per night, and not be considered an alcoholic. So some weeks, she was right. But she should focus on the weeks she was wrong. Because I drank every night because I did this every night. I would do a show every night. I would do a show I'd do a show on Thursday, and then I'd drink because it's Thursday, and then I'd do a show on Friday, and it's Friday. I'm gonna drink, and then Saturday, and then Monday I would do a show at a brewery. That's where they make it. I was walking in, they're like, would you like a fresh one right off the teat? I'm like, hell yes! Let's get it going. I don't know, I drank every night because I did this every night. During the pandemic, my alcohol intake has actually gone way down. Weed intake through the roof, but the alcohol intake kind of low, except for when I lay in my baby pool. I forgot to mention that I live in a studio apartment and I have a baby pool. Yep. And I sit in that sometimes and sip White Claws. And my neighbors peek out their window and they're like, oh, we didn't know the apocalypse was going to look like that. We thought there would be more hellfire, not just a 30-something-year-old man naked sipping a White Claw. But you know what? It's Tuesday. We're getting it. I want to leave you guys with something positive because I said some negative stuff out here. And, you know, because it's the truth. But I want to leave you guys with something positive. We're going to get through this, and it's not even going to be a good story, like I told you. It's not even going to be a good story. But we are going to get through this because people are resilient, like naturally. Human beings bounce back naturally all the time. And the best story I can tell you to represent that is, I don't know if you remember, but a couple years ago, there was a Southwest flight where a window blew out, and a lady got sucked out of the window, and she died. I know, right now you're thinking, how are you going to make that positive? Well, you have to remember, there was 100 other people on that plane, still went on vacation after that. They bounced back immediately, and so will we. Good night, everybody.
One of our favorites, Zoltan!
Thank you very much. Oh, that died down so quick. You guys listen to that no heckling thing so good. You're like, oh, they said no, so shut up. Well, we're here, we're doing it. This is, it wasn't advertised how cold it was gonna be. And I think that's never advertised on any boating thing. They're like, yeah, it's a boat, there's water and sun, just bring your shorts. And everyone in shorts is pretty pissed off right now. Everyone's really cold. Yeah, look at this poor guy. Yeah, he's wearing his leopard skin jacket or something. Is that a zebra print if it was a leopard?
It's like a cheetah-zebra hybrid.
Everything about it.
It's something.
It's something. It's something that screams, I sell drugs for a living.
It's not funny, but
We all know. You don't have to be ashamed. I mean, look at Did someone just hit the foghorn on there? That's perfect. Yeah, it's definitely an eclectic group here. There's like a section, there's like a really hoity-toity section that like I feel good about. Like if this thing sinks, I know you guys, your parents have good lawyers, you know. I know at least my mom will be taken care of, you know. And then there's another section that just feels like YouTubers waiting for a boxing fight. It just kind of feels that way. They're like, I'm just waiting for Mayweather to get back to me, but I'm gonna punch him. This is nice. I like, this has to be the whitest thing I've ever done. And I go to a nursery, you know? My girlfriend and I go shop for plants, and this is whiter than that. We're like, we want to do a show outside, but I don't want the homeless riffraff. How do we get out of that? Well, I'm pretty sure they can't swim with all their coats that they wear. Why don't we go out to sea? So here we are. This isn't really a comedy comedy show. This is the sign of the future. All right. Eventually, there's gonna be so many homeless people. It's gonna be a water world. You know, we're all gonna be out here living on catamarans. All right. That's my favorite thing about like the homeless people. I live in Kensington. My girlfriend used to live in Little Italy, where there's a lot of them. And the favorite thing is like where all these homeless people come from. That's the funny thing. It's like that we're shocked. It's like, what? Did everyone forget playing Monopoly? This is what we were taught. It's later in a Monopoly game. All right? You remember later in a Monopoly game, like an hour in, where there's like one guy killing it, another guy doing okay, a third guy hanging on, and then your uncle just walking around in the kitchen? Just looking for something to eat, waiting for the game to finish. That's what those people are doing. They're walking around waiting for the game to finish because they ran out of colored money. That's all. But it's very nice to be here. The CDC said we don't have to wear masks anymore, which is cool. That was such an unexpected, great thing that happened today. You know, no one expected it, and they just came out, and they're like, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. It was so unexpected and joyful. It was like Christmas at your stepdad's place, but there was actually gifts under the tree. And you're like, what? He actually came through? This guy's alright. You know, the CDC took so much flack over the last 12 months, and now they're like, alright, these guys are alright. I don't know if they mean it, though, you know, because they keep taking things back. They keep being like, you're allowed to do this, and they're like, never mind. So I'm waiting for them to take it back. But I don't know if they mean it. I don't know if they're just like saying, hey, no mask, so that people that never wore a mask now start wearing a mask. Like in some ultimate reverse psychology thing, you know? Like, I see why they're not doing it, because we're making them. How about no mask? Oh, don't tell me what to do. I think like the CDC has been treating us like our parents have, you know? They've been making strict rules because they knew we weren't gonna follow them, but they knew we'd do some of it, you know? It's like the speed limit. The speed limit's 65, but we all do 80, right? It would be like, you know, parents are like, clean your room. And we're like, we're not doing that, but, you know, I'll do my homework. You know, I'll make like a... No? Okay. That's an idea that I had. But that was 3 drinks ago. You have to be drunk on a boat because otherwise you're really just stuck out here. No one's ever been sober on a boat. You can't do it. If there's anyone in recovery, I don't know how you're doing it right now. We're just bobbing out here like a duck on a pond. But I can't feel my knees, so this is pretty fun. That's the way that goes. It's nice. I spent a lot of the pandemic working on myself. I don't know if you guys can tell, I've been working on my posture. I've been trying to stand up straight. And the reason I've been doing that is because I got an ad on Instagram asking me if I was slouching too much. And I was just scrolling stories. And they're like, are you slouching right now? And I looked in the mirror, and sure enough, I was like this. And I'm like, how closely are you watching me? And what they were trying to do is some of these rubber bands that go around your shoulders, you know? And they make you stand like a guy you hate. You know those dudes that are just like all shoulders and Adam's apple every place they walk into. Their name's usually Trevor. They run a CrossFit gym. Might hit a little too close to home on this thing. I was thinking about not telling that, but we're here. Yeah. But what they were trying to do is sell these rubber bands, you know, make you stand like a Trevor, and I almost bought them. But then I'm like, I don't need that. I have mental strength. I can remind myself, you know, to stand up straight. So before I'd leave the house, I'd look in the mirror and go, all right, Zoltan, tits up. Here we go. Full marvelous Mrs. Maisel, you know, here we go. And you know what I learned? Standing up straight hurts my back. Like right now, pain. Right in the middle of my spine, right where all the bones meet. Very uncomfortable. You know what feels good? This right here. This right here has never hurt me once in my life. Never once have I been like this, like, ooh, we gotta straighten out. No. I think this is where we're supposed to be. You know who I think had it right? That dude in the middle of the evolutionary chart? You know what I I'm talking about? The cavemen? Like on this end was the dude crawling, and then the other end was a Trevor just walking upright. With that dude in the middle, just a healthy slouch. I think that's what we're supposed to be. The dude had it spot on. In fact, if you're looking for a friend, look for this posture. This is a good guy right here. This is a good dude. He'll never one-up your stories. He'll pick you up from the airport. He'll be early. He'll have Starbucks ready. This is a good guy. This dude, he will sleep with your girlfriend while you're going on that trip. He has too much confidence. I think I'm just gonna accept my curved spine. That's who I am, you know, because I'm body positive. Hell yeah, body positivity. I'm not gonna live up to, I'm not gonna live up to Instagram standards of spinal cords. Mine has a bit of a hitch in it, and that's how I'm gonna be, you know? I love the body positivity movement. If you don't know what it is, it's where your body sucks, but you love it anyway. And that's so great. I wish it was around earlier. That's my only knock on body positivity. Where was this when I was a chubby 12-year-old wearing a t-shirt in the pool? I could have used it then. Because I actually thought I looked thin, you know? And we know you don't. No one's ever looked thinner with a t-shirt in the pool. You look fatter than you ever did. That shirt just hugs all your voluptuous curves. You know? Not anymore, though. I'm body positive. I was at the beach last week. I took my shirt off. I don't care if my nipples don't match. I'm out of it. Body positivity. My only other knock on body positivity, and I think it's gonna adjust. I just wish body positivity would move north to include the face. I don't know if you guys notice, it seems to cut off right around the neck. Like from here down, you gotta love your body. That's the body you got. From here up, oh yeah, you gotta fix that shit. You're like, why? That's your face. That's your beautiful face. Two people came together, they made love, and you are a product of that, you know? Be yourself. I like how no one's cheering that. I like how everyone's sitting there going, I have ugly parents. You should shut your mouth. I'm getting some of this fixed. Anyway, I do have a girlfriend, which is nice. Thank you very much, one person. The rest of this boat just feels like an orgy waiting to happen. Which I'm going to say right now, I can't do it. I have a shy erection. Alright? It's going to take me a minute. I got one of those. Like, even if there's a roommate in the next room, I'd be like, can he leave? I got a shy erection. Alright? I don't need people around when I'm doing my business. Yeah, I told a boat full of people that. Yeah. I want to leave you guys with some positivity. We're going to have a great show for you guys tonight. And, I mean, it's already proof we're bouncing back, you know? It's already happening. We don't have to wear masks anymore. And I already knew we were going to bounce back. I don't know if you guys remember this story, but a few years ago, there's a Southwest flight where the window blew out. The lady got sucked out of the window, and she died. Which is horrible. You remember that. You're nodding that you remember. Yeah, this is a true story. You can Google it. Window blew out, lady got sucked out, she died, which is horrible. And I know right now you're like, how are you going to make that positive? Well, you have to remember that the 100 other people on that flight still went on vacation after that. They bounced back immediately, and so did we. So let's celebrate that. Hey, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, review, leave a comment. Join the page if you'd like to support monetarily. But what's more important than all of those things is live comedy is back. I'm back on the road. I have upcoming shows in San Diego, Seattle, Salt Lake City, Indianapolis, Chicago, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Dallas, Austin, Houston, and San Antonio. If you want to keep up with all of these, go to my website, zoltancomedy.com, and if you scroll to the bottom of the page, sign up for my mailing list, and I'll just email you where I'm going to be. That's simple enough. Cheers, everybody. And this city has a lot of firsts for me. Like, I lost my innocence in Escondido. I was driving home from work when I was 15, and a prostitute on Escondido Boulevard yelled at me, asking if I wanted some pussy. That's what she yelled. And then just like that, I became an adult. Just like that, like there was a moment. That was the moment it happened. Because before then, I felt like, you know, I was getting like, I had 3 mustache hairs. You know, when you're 15, you get like 3 in the corner and you're proud of them. You know, you're like, these are the ones.
And I was driving on a driver's permit. I wasn't even supposed to drive without an adult in there, but you know, I had a mom who didn't want to pick me up. So there I was, just driving on a driver's permit, and I just got done with work. I had my apron, wafting in the wind. I'm enjoying my life, and I stopped at a red light, and there was a large woman sitting on an electrical booth thing, I don't know. And my window was down. It was summertime, and I looked over at her. We locked eyes. You ever lock eyes with someone you don't mean to, but then once you lock eyes, you can't break away? They have like some kind of force field on you. That's what happened. So I am 15 years old, acne, my 3 mustache hairs, my little glasses. I wear contacts now. That's why I'm cooler. But back then, just my little glasses. Driving an '83 Buick Regal, because that was my car at the time. So just picture that, little dumb 15-year-old with a Buick Regal. Acne, 3 mustache hairs, glasses, and I turn and I lock eyes and I can't break eye contact with this person. I don't even realize this is a prostitute. And I'm looking at her and she just grabs her crotch and goes, "You want some puss, hon?" And immediately I was like, "Where's my mother?" You know? That was the first person I thought of. I was like, where is my mother? How can I get to her? And that's when my innocence was taken away. Just like that. I'm like, because I realized I was 15 and I was gaining independence, but I was still under the assumption that adults in the world were looking out for me. You know that weird age where you're like, I think I'm independent, but I think if I mess up, adults will pick me up and be like, "Oh, you're dumb and young, you're alright." But as soon as she yelled, "You want some puss, hon?" I was like, I'm a man today. This is when I'm a man. I'm gonna go shoot old Yeller out back or something. Like, I'm a man.
Hey everybody, thank you for watching my video, and this is my first time seeing my hair today. Good golly, Miss Molly. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was my first time seeing a real life sex worker. I think that's the right terminology. I didn't know that when I filmed it, because it was 3 months ago, and I think I didn't watch that episode of CNN. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because that's very important. But most importantly, I'm on tour. Come catch me live. I'm going to be in Salt Lake City. Let me remember all these. Indianapolis, Milwaukee, Chicago, Minneapolis, Memphis, San Antonio, Dallas, Houston, and Austin. Go to zoltancomedy.com. There's links to buy tickets and all that good stuff. And other than that, thanks for watching my dumb face. I don't know. I didn't do much today. I was watching that show on Netflix, Love on a Spectrum. You like that? Love on the Spectrum? It's where the autistic people date. It's adorable. There's a spin-off on that. It's the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. Those two belong together. One dresses like a pirate, the other likes taking a dump in a bed. Like, they're on the show, I think. I think they're on the show more than they know. I don't know if you guys have been watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. I've been watching every day, every episode. I think they're getting back together. Sometimes people are perfectly toxic for each other, and that's who they are. They're perfectly insane for each other. One's suing the other one for $50 million. The other one's like, "I'll sue you for $100 million. And it's like, you guys belong together. You ever had a friend in a toxic relationship and you try to get them out? He's like, "Oh, I gotta get my TV back." And you're like, "No, we'll get other TVs." Like, "That was my grandmother's television." That's what they're like. They just belong together. One dresses like a pirate, the other one takes a dump in a bed. Who would enjoy a dump in the bed? Except someone who dresses like a pirate. It makes perfect sense. I don't know, they belong together. Just one needs to go to AA and the other one needs to get a litter box. And I think they can figure out their issues. I don't know. I do like that show, Love on a Spectrum. It's very sweet. And it's just funny, but you're not laughing at them. It's like a warm kind of laugh where you're like, this is just a fun show and it makes you feel good. Like the way the Andy Griffith show used to make you feel when you were a kid and you're just whistling and there's no song playing and you're like, hell yeah, this feels good. But if you watch enough of Love on the Spectrum, you sit there and you're like, am I? Like if you watch enough, you're like, I've also had awkward first dates. Like, I've also gotten stumped and just went, well, what is your favorite color? Because you've never been on a weird first date? Like, we've all had a little bit, you know? I'm sorry, everyone's Rico Suave in this audience. Like, no. We're usually finger banging before the dessert show up. Everyone's got a little bit of it. I also watch Murder. I either watch Love on the Spectrum or Murder. Those are the two things I like on Netflix. I like the serial killers on Netflix. I don't know if you guys watch the serial killers. I loved it. I just watched the John Wayne Gacy one, who was so good. I know it's a weird thing to say about someone who killed a lot of people, but it was so good. It's fascinating. It's amazing. Like, he couldn't have gotten away with that today. He was able to lure young men over to his house because he had a pool table and some weed. Like, that wouldn't work today. You can't go up to some 19-year-old, you want to come over? I have a pool table and some marijuana. Like, what? I have a smartphone and I'm microdosing on shrooms as we speak. I don't think you have anything to offer me. John Wayne Gacy couldn't make a friend today, like, if he wanted to. He was perfect for then, you know? It's kind of sad because I watch all the murder documentaries and we're running out of serial killers. We're running out. We need more, you know? That's like, serial killers are a past thing. That's 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. We don't have them anymore. We have mass shooters now, which that's not a documentary. There's no story, you know? Mass shooters are a perfect assessment of today's society. Everyone wants to be famous, but no one wants to do the work. You know what I mean? Like, anybody can kill 50 people at once. That's protected by the Constitution. Try killing 50 people over 10 years while getting away with it, then you get the documentary. John Wayne Gacy has a documentary. He had to be charming. He got a pool table. He had to learn magic. What documentary do you make about a mass shooter? He didn't blink a lot. And then the UPS driver delivered the gun. And you're like, this is lame. Because they are lame.